This sudden conflict between Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian has blindsided everyone. The uproar began when Khloe called Kim out for allegedly prioritizing wealth and public attention over her own children. According to Khloe, Kim's busy schedule keeps her away from her kids so much that people have started calling her a deadbeat mom. For a while, onlookers have been murmuring that Kim's kids sometimes appear more rambunctious than their Kardashian-Jenner cousins. Critics note that Khloe and Kylie are often hands-on with their children, while Kim regularly seems preoccupied with filming, attending events, or traveling. Understaffed or overwhelmed nannies, some say, are left to handle the chaos. People suspect that without consistent guidance from their mother, the children might be acting out. Still, few imagined Khloe would take such a frank approach. Insiders reveal that for years, Khloe quietly stepped into a motherly role with Kim's kids, helping out with homework, shuttling them around, or simply offering emotional support. However, Khloe finally says she's had enough. She allegedly has receipts, including screenshots and possibly video clips, showing that Kim has missed important family obligations. The fact that these private details are now splashed across the internet has left longtime Kardashian followers stunned. Much of the public conversation has revolved around the stark contrast between North and Stormi. Observers often commend Kylie for devoting time to her daughter, praising Stormi's calm, happy demeanor. Meanwhile, North has displayed what many describe as rebellious behavior. Some fans believe North may be acting out because Kim's schedule leaves gaps in consistent day-to-day supervision. The tipping point arrived when Khloe publicly vented her frustration, implying that Kim's absence might be fueling North's more concerning outbursts. One especially revealing instance surfaced in an interview Kim did. She talked about North's open hostility toward her brother, Saint, suggesting it was no simple sibling rivalry. At first, Kim laughed it off as a funny phase, but she later conceded that North truly resents Saint and sometimes tries to make his life miserable on purpose. Viewers were shocked by Kim's resigned tone and the implication she felt powerless in her own home. To many, it signaled a deeper dysfunction that can develop when parents struggle to maintain structure and authority. A viral clip further inflamed the debate. In it, Kim asked North to pose for a quick photo, only to have North refuse and yell back. The roles seemed reversed. North acted like the one in control, and Kim didn't push back or enforce a boundary. Critics jumped on this, calling it a glaring example of poor discipline and absent parental guidance. Others pointed out that children in the public eye need even more emotional support to handle paparazzi and the stress of constant media attention. Around the same time, another video showed North admonishing paparazzi, demanding they stop taking her picture. Many fans sympathized, arguing that constant scrutiny would upset any child. However, numerous critics felt it was Kim's job to step in and set boundaries, either shield North from invasive photographers or clarify why the paparazzi behaved that way. Instead, Kim mostly stood aside. This failure to intervene, some people claimed, illustrated Kim's pattern of letting the children fend for themselves. In a lighter but still telling interview with Ellen, Kim joked about North insulting their home whenever they fight, labeling it stark or lifeless. While some saw it as harmless teasing, others on social media described it as a sign North might be testing Kim's emotional responses. The phrase psychological warfare came up frequently, with fans concluding that children sometimes lash out when they don't feel fully heard or nurtured. Another snippet generating buzz showed North singing Happy Birthday to Khloe's daughter True. Instead of a heartwarming family scene, North added remarks that sounded like pointed digs at True's age. The exchange prompted online debates over how children should treat younger relatives. Once again, critics tied the behavior back to a perceived lack of structure or parental presence. They wondered if North understands boundaries and empathy, or if she's simply mirroring an environment where rules and limits remain unclear. But the real boiling point seems to be the situation surrounding Chicago's hair. Rumor has it Kim was so busy one morning that she sent all her kids to Kris Jenner's place before school. Kris, swamped herself, contacted Khloe to help detangle Chicago's hair, which was apparently in bad shape due to neglect. Khloe, surprised by the extent of the problem, jumped in to remedy it. She concluded that this reflected a pattern of Kim offloading essential parenting tasks onto the rest of the family. When Khloe tried talking to Kim about properly caring for Chicago's hair, Kim reportedly got defensive. She took Khloe's concern as criticism rather than seeing it as genuine worry. According to insiders, Kim turned the conversation into a personal attack, accusing Khloe of overstepping and questioning her parenting abilities. Khloe, for her part, insisted she had no intention of belittling Kim, but simply wanted to address the children's needs. The argument escalated escalated, unveiling deeper frustrations that have apparently been simmering for years. News of this confrontation spread swiftly across social media. Many people applauded Khloe for speaking up and refusing to cover for Kim any longer. One viral comment dubbed Khloe's stance the ultimate boundary setting, urging Kim to consider parenting classes or family therapy. On the other side, a group of Kim's supporters argued that managing an empire, filming commitments, and 4 children is beyond challenging for any single person. Outsourcing daily tasks to nannies or to family is simply practical. However, the most dominant opinion from online discussions is that once you choose to have children, prioritizing them becomes a moral and emotional necessity. Professional voices chimed in as well. Mental health experts stressed that children often exhibit negative behaviors when they lack a stable parental figure. North's pushback, they theorize, might be a direct response to Kim's recurring absences. Some psychologists recommend Kim carve out more quality time and involvement in her kids' routine. Otherwise, such behavioral issues could keep escalating, with Saint, Chicago, and Psalm experiencing similar emotional fallout. This begs the question, why did Khloe go so public at this moment? Maybe she reached a tipping point where she could no longer stay quiet. Another possibility is that she felt an intervention was needed to make Kim realize how dire the situation is. Either way, fans are left reeling, recognizing that behind the glitz and glamour of the Kardashian-Jenner brand, serious familial strife can exist. Many are rethinking the curated narratives presented on social media and in episodes of the family's shows. A smaller group sees a possible silver lining. The publicity surrounding these revelations might galvanize Kim to restructure her schedule or take steps to give her children more attention. Perhaps therapy sessions, consistent house rules, and fewer business trips could make a difference. Yet skeptics remain convinced that once this story fades from the spotlight, Kim might return to her hectic lifestyle, leaving day-to-day parenting in the hands of others. Numerous fans relate deeply to the children's position. They share personal anecdotes online about having parents who were absent due to work, ambition, or sheer disinterest in mundane family life. These stories stress that no amount of money or fame compensates for missing out on bedtime stories, school pickups, and real emotional engagement. People argue that Kim's brand might be unstoppable, but it means little if her children grow up feeling secondary. This leads to a bigger debate. Did Khloe overstep by exposing Kim's issues so candidly, or was it an act of genuine concern for the kids? Some insist that family conflicts should remain private, resolved behind closed doors. Others counter that if private conversations have already failed, going public could be the push Kim needs to make real changes. The Kardashians have always walked a fine line between oversharing and secrecy, leveraging both for massive media interest. Now, with Khloe's decision, it seems the door to their private struggles is wide open. Ultimately, the spotlight now rests squarely on Kim's response. Will she recognize a need for growth, own up to possible shortcomings, and put her children first? Or will she double down, painting herself as a victim of public shaming? As always, millions of fans are watching, eager to see how one of the world's most famous families handles this turbulent moment. For now, the discourse continues online. Many wonder if Kim can truly juggle global superstardom and motherhood without compromising one or the other. Others hope that this blow-up might encourage more honest conversations about parenting in high-pressure or high-profile situations. Because if there's one undeniable takeaway, it's that children, no matter how wealthy or famous their parents may be, need consistent nurturing and a stable sense of security. So, whose side are you on? Do you believe Khloe did the right thing by airing her grievances? Or do you think family matters should remain internal? Is Kim doing her best under extraordinary demands, or is the criticism fair? The real test will be whether these revelations bring about tangible change in Kim's household, or simply fade into the ever-churning cycle of Kardashian drama. Until then, keep an eye on social media for more hints and clues, because in Kardashian world, the story is never truly over.